Hello and welcome to another video. Today I will be reviewing and testing a pair of 9-volt rechargeable batteries. As you can see, they are charged by a USB-C here. And the reason I got these is because I want to put them in my multimeter and stud finder and other things like that. Also my watt meter for tracking solar power over the day. That uses a 9-volt battery as well. And I think this will end up cheaper in the long run to have rechargeable ones. A pair of these cost $10.49 and $3.40 shipping. AliExpress, that's Australian dollars. And these, I've got lithium ion batteries, not ion inside, I'm pretty sure. They do feel very light. They don't feel like quality. And funnily enough, can't seem to get it to focus here, but it says it's a 9-volt 12,800 milliamp hours, which is absolutely ridiculous. Recharge to 1,200 times. That might be okay, I'm not sure, but 12,800 milliamp hours. Let's do some maths there. That would mean it would have 115.2 watt hours, which is impossible in a 9-volt form factor. So real world, this would only have between 300 and 600 milliamp hours. So this is classic Chinese marketing. But what we're going to do is we're going to test this. We're going to test the capacity of them. And how can we do that? We've got my USB meter, and we've also got these plugs to pigtails so I can get the power out of them. That's just from JCar. And we've got a Wago connector here because we're going to hook these up in series to make an 18-volt battery. And then we're going to feed it into an XL4015, it's a step-down converter. So 18 volts, and we're going to bring it down to 5 volts so we can charge a phone. And then we're going to be able to track how much power we're pulling from it and see whether this is worth the money. So let me get it set up and I'll bring you back in.
Moments later.
So there's my 9-volt batteries in series feeding into the step-down converter, buck converter. And then the output is a micro USB cable, which I've just spliced up, feeding into this to pass through. And then we're going to plug a USB-A to USB-C. So as you can see, 5.14 volts. And I'll just clear this so we have a clean slate. And we'll be able to see how much we're drawing. So I'll plug my phone in. It's got about 89% of charge. And it is now charging. Bit of a voltage drop. And it's getting 2.37 watts at 0.46 amps. Bit of a voltage drop. That's why I use the potentiometer here to just increase voltage a little bit. So it's maintaining at least 5 volts. That's what it needs to be to charge 5 volts. And charging icon is there. All right, so I will check back when this is depleted and let you know.
One eternity later.
Yeah, it's definitely dead because when it tries to start back up, it starts charging, the voltage drops and it turns off. So we're in this kind of cycle. So according to my research, a decent lithium ion battery will have 2.7 to 3 watt hours per battery, but we've only got 3.75 watt hours for both batteries. So this is quite terrible. So the actual capacity is about 208 milliamps per battery, which is way less than the 12,800 it specifies on the case. So we've got about 1.875 watt hours per battery, which is quite crap. So it's really a junk rechargeable battery. A decent lithium ion battery for 9 volts would have between 2.7 and 3 watt hours. So yeah, it's quite terrible, and it's probably not worth returning this. I might just keep it because it will come in handy, but I will leave a review on the AliExpress product page. And yeah, I don't recommend getting this battery unless you have a really low power device, because it's only 1.87 watt hours per battery. There you have it. And just a sneaky little bonus video for those of you that stay towards the end. When you do charge it, we have an LED indicator up the top. Red means charging, and when it's finished, it goes green.